Hello everyone, and it's Owen here, and today I'll be doing a video on my railway's rolling stock. And obviously you can't have a railway without rolling stock. So I've got a couple of carriages here. Obviously I couldn't make too many. I'm going to show each one by one. I might be able to do an extra little mock at the end, but we'll see how this goes. So let me just show you all these mocks, and I know you're eager to get to see each one, so let's get started. Here we have, starting at the end of the line, a little red barber caboose. This is of course a mock, and it's one of my favorite pieces of rolling stock. It's really fragile, very, very fragile actually. This is the fifth take I've had to take without the wheels falling off, because they're very frustrating. And they're my first kind of wheel truck design that I've made, that it's not copied, but it's very frustrating. But it is cool because it kind of bobs a little when it's being pulled, and I kind of like that detail. It wasn't on purpose, but I'm glad it's there. Very gently. Okay. And of course here we have the brakeman, his lantern. I'm actually not going to attempt to take the roof off, because last time I did, almost all the wheels fell off, and it takes a while to put them back on. So I'm not going to do that. I can just tell you though, there's a guy inside having some coffee with some biscuits. That's about it. Sounds like it's a nice ride. It was pretty hard adding these ladders and these brake handles inside, because it's a very packed caboose. And up here, no room for anyone to come up here. It's a very nice detailed caboose, and I like it. It's very fragile, like I said, but rolls smoothly, as you can see, and I like it. Now let's move on to the next piece. Now this is my favorite piece of all the equipment. This is a PRR, or, I mean, it's not labeled yet, so for now we're going to call it PRR, little flatbed. I guess it's not little, it's pretty much average size. And it's got a load of 2 John Deere tractors. I made them custom made. And it was pretty hard making copies of them, because as you can see, they're fairly simple. You got big back wheels in the front, small ones in the front. And I made them to give that kind of 1930s, 1940s look. And in the 1930s, a lot of people were trying to sell John Deere tractors as a business. I read a book, it's called Blue Comet, and it's about a little boy, and his dad sells these tractors, so I was inspired to make tractors on there. I was also inspired to build them from a Model Railroad magazine, where they show you how to add tractors on a flatbed. That's what inspired me to do this, because I already made a tractor in the beginning. I was like, okay, so I'll pick a second one. Originally, this flatbed wasn't going to have these gray 1x6s all the way along. They were going to have a red rim around it. That did not look very pretty, and I had a hard time trying to find all the tan wood pieces. So I just made these, I had to hunt for each and every one of these little 1x6 pieces. And I actually didn't have a very hard time doing it. My favorite part, along with the tractors, is the wheels. See if I can get some light on there. Now, these wheels were inspired from Cale Lightheart. He's got a nice Flickr page full of tons of photos. And I found an album where he had built these kind of trucks, and I was like, oh, those are really cool, so I designed them. And originally they were going to be kind of like the regular wheels, like you'd see on Lego train sets, but I was like, nah, let's make it cooler. And it turned out great. However, they used a lot of those, can you see them down there, the little clip pieces. That was a little bit hard, but it turned out amazing. This is my simplest piece of rolling stock, I guess, because it's got most of one piece. It's got these mini figure plates. Now, you might recognize this. Yes, this is Tony Sava's railway gondola, and I made a bunch of copies of these once. I had 2 of them because I had so many figure plates. And I didn't have time to make those really, like in the last car you saw, those really hard to make trucks, so I just put some clips on there to make them look a little bit better. It's very simple. If I take a piece off here, it's just those plates. And as you can see, I went to the Lego store, and there was an aisle or a box full of gravel pieces, and I go, I'm gonna get a bunch of those. So I filled a bucket, well, not a bucket, I filled a part of the bucket, and they are just lying there. You can see it on there, they're just lying on studs. They're not actually filled to the brim. That will be chaos. Got a little brake handle. And this actually goes along with the diorama I'm going to show in the next video. I didn't have time to put that all together because I'm making a third piece of the diorama right now. So that'll have to wait. But very simple car. Try to build one at home. They're very easy. I don't know what you call this exactly, but I went to a garden railway show, and in the siding, this guy had a bunch of these. And I was like, oh, those are cool and cute. And I like it a lot. Now, if Kale is watching this, he'll notice that I did make his little hobo figure he made for his consolidation locomotive on his early days of making the locomotives. And I was like, that's a really cute and clever looking hobo. I'm going to put one on this. And it's kind of funny, he's got a little sock, a little crate. Now, here's a cool part, is these wheels. Now, these wheels, if you notice the first Ghostbusters set in Lego, the rim of the wheels sells these little silver pieces. And then I went to this, I saw one of these motor cars. I was like, I'm gonna make one. So originally, this is a motor car, but then I took it apart, made a little car, and now they make really nice looking wheels. They're very shiny. I like them. No axles, and you can't really pull this car. It's just for a show on the side, because like there's no rim there, so it's pretty hard. But if you have those little pieces, try and make one of these at home. Very cute, very small, very simple. Also, he's holding a little cherry cola there. I don't know if I should make a video of this passenger car itself or not, because there's so much to it. So for now, we're just going to go for a quick run by. This is supposedly just a plain observation car of some passenger train, and it looks like the California Zephyr car, although I regret the design because it's kind of short, and a lot of the cars are pretty long. So we go in the back here, got a little handbrake, and the inside is all on its own. There's a little police guard there. So that's the surroundings, and again, this is very quick. I'm not going into full detail. So I'm going to show you the inside now, because there's a lot on the inside. Very quickly, I just want to mention that this is an 8-wide car, and a lot of the freight cars you just saw were 6-wide. But this is for the big end, and I had to order all these slopes online, and it took 18 days for them to come in the mail. I'm sorry, that's just a little too long. And then the sky roof is just those blue pieces. A little rear light right here. Alright, now let's go inside. So I'm going to have to carry the camera here. But it's very cute inside. They got a little bookshelf, security guard, some seats, guys talking, I guess a business couple, photographer. This is kind of cute. This is a bathroom. This guy needs to go. And that's a little bathroom in there. And this is the little businessman in the back reading his newspaper. And if we turn it around here, he's actually a monster. And he's reading some news. And then there's a picture of like a map. It's like a business car actually. Went to I think it's called the Great Train Show. Came to Portland in August last year, and this guy was holding his train and he had one of these in the back, and I was like, that's really cool. Again, inspired build. That's the thing with all these builds, guys. They're all inspired. You should always be inspired to build. That's how I build all of these. And it just goes on like that. Uh-oh, darn it, it's backwards. Hold on a sec. Okay, there we go. So, I think I have time to show you guys one more little mock. It's very small, and the next mock is going to go out to this California State Railway Museum, and you'll see why. I haven't posted this little guy on Instagram yet, but this is the California State Railway Museum Little Critter Switcher #2. Now, I was in Sacramento for my birthday, and I loved it. It's an amazing place. Please go. like I mentioned in the last video. But this was a little critter, and I go, that should be an easy build. And it was. Now, if you notice here, little guy in there. Now, I bet the person who's in there originally is going to notice themselves. I'm going to pull up a picture here, and there you go. That is who I modeled after. I don't know his name, obviously, but he was in the cab, and I go, I can make him out of Lego. So I did. Back to the critter, and we've got a little bell, a little headlight, and it's a very small locomotive. Six wide studs, just to give you a comparison. Ooh, darn. That is the caboose. So it's a very small little engine. And this goes pretty much everywhere. It's very small. I'm going to post this on Instagram very soon. And it's a very small, very cute, and very easy to build locomotive. If you need inspiration of how to build it, here's an image right here. So it's pretty easy. Alright guys. So please like the video, comment down any ideas for future builds if you want. Right now I'm working on my present engine, which will be soon to be revealed, and I love it. It's going very, 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 very well. But I wanted to get this video out of the way before I finish it. And please leave a like, subscribe, and next video I think will be on the engine. Then after that, finally, will be the diorama. Alright guys, see you later.